your finance department should at least prepare. I've seen you have prepared how you will pay your pending bills, but why don't they prepare and prioritize the small bills? Because at the end of the day, so that you pay these people who are being owed 40,000 shillings, 50,000 shillings, 8,000 shillings. This governor should 64,000. This was former cleaning, supply of cleaning materials, 64,900 in the schedule that you are provided. What is the long-term solution? Because we don't want governor and all of us who are stakeholders and defenders of the devolution, is that it is very sad that counties have turned now into a graveyard of many businesses. Many people are dying, people are diabetic, they receive pressure. Chair, and I was very saddened to see the contractors from your county being frustrated, Chair. Would it be, Governor, can you become innovative so that we don't see some of these unnecessary sideshows that people have to go to media for their issues to be addressed? So I hope in this financial year, I agree there could be the issue of supplementary budget, the issue of budgeting, but now that you are meeting, I think one of my colleagues have noted the own source revenue targets, you are meeting them. This should be easy for you to ensure that you dispense of the issue of pending bill. So, Governor, at least when you go back, this, I know most of the contractors in our counties are organized. At least with your finance department, can they give a breakdown and tell them that you need, you know, these are your people, tell them that you need to pay the smaller bills of 64,000, 100,000, then people who are being owed millions and millions of shillings, then they can be paid. Governor, maybe just as an upshot, as of today, because what we are seeing is financial year 2023-22, the response you gave, is it the status of the pending bill of Homa Bay County as of today? The response that you have given in your statement, or how much is your government being owed? And Chair, I noticed that the governor was opening a brand new county headquarters. Wow, is it the contractors complaining part of the people, or the new county headquarters? Has it been paid off in full? Because I really want to know the difference, because we are trying to bring the comparison between, was it Akoba, the man who used to become sick when he was supposed to appear before Park, but you see him in BBI rallies dancing like never before. So I want to know, in this county headquarters, for example, which you have opened and is in public domain, so it is zero, no one is being owed in that. They build and give you the key, so no one owes you. So that we know the difference in terms of the pending bills. I yield, Chair.
Okay, Senator Gataya.
Chair, thank you, Chair. I think I captioned, Chair, talk of somebody, one of the garage owners who recently passed on. I don't know whether it was stress related because of these debts. And I captured the governor talk of departmental structures where these small bills are supposed to be settled. Do you have those structures where maybe you can advance some AIs to departments? Maybe they can sort out small bills because I don't imagine why a small garage owner in the small suburbs of Ombe would wait for 3 years to be paid 8,000 shillings. I don't know, these people are maybe living on some under mouth.
Governor?
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, starting with Senator Gataya's question on the departmental structures, yes, we advance some AIs to the departments where they're able to pay the small, they should be able to pay the small bills, so that should be possible. And Chairman, the pending bills question, I think it's a national question, and it's a problem that we are facing, that we have to deal with through engaging with our associations, which is what we have been doing continuously, engaging with the association of contractors and continuing to draw plans through which we can pay the bills to the best of our ability. In terms of the county headquarters, it's a current bill. We have an agreement for which we are paying for the county headquarters. It's not a pending bill. It's a current bill, and we have paid quite a bit of it, and we continue to pay for it. It's not a pending bill. Thank you, Chairman.
Yeah, so just to
Chair, maybe before she leaves that, who is this? Why don't you just disclose who financed? Maybe before Wambua you come on board. Who financed the construction of the county headquarters? And
Chairman,
would you be kind enough to provide the contract engagement with the provider, whether the financing or financing that did the county headquarters?
there is a substantive issue in this report about the county headquarters, which we are coming to. We can deal with it at that point.
Chair, we can chew the gum as we scale the stairs.
It's okay. We'll end up mixing issues and get lost. So let's.
She can hold that one.
Yes, she can hold that one. We deal with it there. Senator Ogwa.
Chair, because I have heard the governor say something very important about our pending bills. And I agree with her that this is a national problem. It's a big problem. So Governor, from where you sit, because you're also a national leader, is this situation getting better or is it getting worse? Any bills are the issue.
I think we need a national discussion on the pending bills question. We have the team that was auditing the national pending bills and some that have audited ours. We have made proposals, for example, if we could have even bulk payment to counties so that we are able to sort the pending bills that have, existed, and then we can, over time, on our equitable share, it can be retained so that we can create circulation of money in the economy. I think we have to look at the budget in question and whether we meet our on-source revenue targets according to budget. So that we're able to resolve the issue of the pending bills. It is a big question. I think we are, I don't know, I think we are where we are where we are with it. It's a big question.
Chair, I asked that question because, honestly, and these are conversations we can have as leaders. Pending bills are incurred within budgets. Governments have budgets. They run budgets. So by the time that we are saying a single county government has a pending bill of 1.5 billion Kenya shillings, which in some cases is even more than their annual expenditure on development. So how do we find ourselves there? I hear in Nairobi, Chair, and we are not auditing Nairobi, but I hear in Nairobi we have now over 107 billion Kenya shillings in pending bills. So when we say then the National Treasury should perhaps advance some money to counties to offset pending bills, how do we even get there in the first place? Governor, I say that because when I look at the pending bills for Homa Bay, and it is a case for any other county, and every contractor in town is complaining, I have not been paid, I need this money to be paid. But a determination has been made by your county and other counties that what you are claiming is not eligible for payment. How do we get out of this problem that we have found ourselves in? It's a big conversation, I agree with you.
Governor, do you want to respond? But that was for emphasis. So the facts are as follows, that you had 1.19 billion as pending bills. You have paid 620 million. 620 million. Auditor General, that's verifiable, that they have settled 620 million out of the 1.19 billion.
Yes, yeah, that's verifiable.
So that leaves a balance of 571 million.
Yes.
And you have a payment plan for that runs into 5 quarters. Why 5 quarters and not 4 quarters?
We were looking at the fiscal space in the year 25-26, and we were able to accommodate all of it, less 148 million. So we will accommodate 148 million in the first quarter of 27, 6/27. Thank you, Chair.
How do you provide certainty to the suppliers? Because so how do I know if I've got a pending bill, whether I'll be paid in the financial year 2026, 2027, or in the first quarter of 2025, 2026? How do you manage that? Because perhaps that is part of the problem that is causing some agitation. Nobody knows when theirs will be paid, yet you acknowledge that they are going to be paid.
What we're going to do with this payment plan, according to how we've agreed with the controller of budget, is on an aging basis for their bills, so that we finish with the ones that we had earlier as we go to the ones that we had later. That is the arrangement that we have, and we have provided even the names of the contractors to the controller of budget, the specifics.
Because the document-headed payment plan is not really a payment plan. It's a listing of all the pending bills, starting with a very curious figure of 450 million, 450 million. You've seen that? As bank overdraft for salary. So the question is, how much of this relates to statutory deductions? SACCOs, KRA.
We don't owe KRA, apart from that salary that we owe the bank. We don't owe
Savings and credit cooperatives.
Yeah, I was just saying that, Chairman, we are up to date on our KRA payments.
Maybe, Chair, if I'm just to ask, is it possible to know, in terms of disaggregating the pending bills, which ones are from operations and which ones are from development expenditure? Is it possible to have that disaggregation? And then number two, do we have any staff payables, like loans deducted but not remitted to the third parties? Number three, Governor, there are ineligible pending bills, quite some substantial amount.
1 billion.
1 billion. I'm not very sure if people can claim 1 billion with no work or services rendered at all. So maybe you can give us an inkling of what constitutes ineligible pending bills. In 2019, I think, or 2020, we had a county saying that they have ineligible pending bills, but when you go on the ground, a hole has been constructed. Maybe what is just missing is an invoice. An invoice can miss because procurement officer or an accountant has decided to just remove it from the file. Did you give them opportunity maybe for reconstruction of those documents or of the files, so that if a building has been done, a project has been done to the specifications, and it is there for use by the poor of Homa Bay, then that person can be paid that bill?
On the Vice Chair, for example, and thank you for bringing that up, Governor. If a road was done in 2021, 22, or 22, 23, and that road somewhere in Kasipul, there has been heavy rains, so they put maram and what have you. But when your committee, verification pending committee, visited the road, the grass has overgrown because the rains have been heavy, it has been swept off. And you know, members of National Assembly where you serve sometimes are mischievous. They have put their billboard to say this road is being done by Kera. You are contracted. How do you prove such? Because for some people or some of your businessmen, in, for example, in your county, Homa Bay, the county of endless potential, to claim 1 billion that you have given us and zero, was it 1 billion and something, and some cents, or to come up and say we are being owed by the county government of Homa Bay 1 billion plus. Governor, did it at some point strike you as, did it not disturb you? Or what was the basis of the report, as the Vice Chair has asked? Is it because maybe an invoice was missing, or when your people went on the ground,
For example, you have sub-county road engineers that are supervisors, or there were no reports, or there were no certificates of completion. What constituted your committee for saying 1 billion is ineligible? Was it, what is it, Chair, so that we